Before we get to the quarterbacks, let's do a wide receiver. Perhaps the number one wide receiver in all of football. Oh, we should do that next year. Top 40 wide receivers. Maybe I'll do that. Justin Jefferson. Got a new deal, 4 years, $140 million here. Adam Schefter says that makes him the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history, $110 million guaranteed, highest non-quarterback in NFL history.
Right.
So he got paid. He's due $88 million at signing. So just like that, boom. Here's $88 million.
$88 million is signing, $110 it sounds like with the practical guarantee.
Yes.
Where it's like, okay, if they're going to have to cut him after 1 year and pay him $88 million. Like, that's not going to happen. So it's really 110, right? Not shocking. I mean, we knew this was coming. We knew he was in line to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the history of football, right? Florio and I have talked about this a lot. The Vikings boxed themselves in the corner with this conversation at the Combine. You know, Kadefi, I always... Adolfo Mensa. I always choke it when I have to say it for real. Like, if I was in my car and talking on the phone, I don't choke it. But for whatever reason, I see the word all of a sudden when I'm here with the mic, and I choke to death there.
K-O-M.
So, but either way, he says that at the Combine and gets into, like, no, we think he's in the class of Nick Bosa and that type of contract. So we knew that was there. The shocking thing was that, okay, you said that. Why isn't it done yet? What took so long? Right? Florian and I have talked about. They tried to trade up to number 5 to get Malik Neighbors. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt. Right? So, you know, they obviously were a little bit like, I don't know if we're going to get this deal done. Maybe we should take this route. And there was some thinking there. But as we always talk about, right? There's 20 top 10 receivers in football, right? But there's only 4 top 4. And that's where there's no doubt why you pay this guy. First off, he's a special, special player. The first 4 years in the league are as good as anybody we've seen in the history of the game, right? Yeah. They drafted him. He's been the model citizen for the Vikings, right? He's not a guy that's a me guy or like seems to have diva personality issues or anything like that, right? He's everything what you want your team to be. Right? He does all the little things the right way. And, you know, that's where I made that comment about there's 20 top 10 receivers. Like, the one thing I always come to with any of my friends I talk to in the NFL, front office, coaches, whatever, you've heard me say this before. Those 4 receivers, there's only 4 top 4. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown. I say that because not only do I believe that, but when I talk to D coordinators or people around football, those are always the names they throw out when they talk about the elite receivers. Now, I think the rest of football, like those other 16 top 20 guys, that's where it could be interchangeable, right? Where some guys might have this guy at 12 or this guy at 7 or this guy at 14 and this guy at 9, right? What I mean? So but this I don't think is arguable, and he is a phenomenal football player. Good for the Vikings getting it done. They get to go into their mini camp now. They don't have to deal with this distraction. It doesn't go into the off season, and they can start the JJ to JJ combination up there in Minnesota.
And I think that's important for a young quarterback to have that. But it is interesting. It's like the Vikings did the opposite with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Right? Because it was like, okay, we'll let Stephon Diggs walk, and we'll just find another Stephon Diggs.
I think there was a little bit of mutual there, too.
And that's true.
Right. You know,
and they
I
found
think
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
And so they have like the template, like, what? Let's just get Malik Neighbors in here. We'll just do the same thing again.
Yeah.
Not that it's all the same people there making those decisions, but.
No. They obviously were hesitant or not sure if the deal was going to get done. Right. And within that, the whole league was feeling that, too. They were like, wait. What's going on? And that's, again, I know they fielded a lot of calls leading up into the draft process about, wait, is Justin Jefferson going on? We haven't heard anything about the contract. We haven't even heard anything about like a solid deal that's been offered yet. What is it? Where's that at? Right? So that's the interesting thing. And, you know, we'll see where it goes from here. But Justin Jefferson, no doubt, one of the best receivers in football.
Is staying in the North going to torment my Detroit Lions?
Torment you, and then here's the ripple effects. Let's just hit that real quick.
Okay.
Jamar Chase is going to want to be right there in the same ballpark.
Yep.
Right? There's no doubt. I mean, whether he wants to one-up him or just be right there. Now, Chase's situation's more complex, in my opinion. He's only played 3 years. He still has the 4th year of the contract, right? And there's the 5th year option possibility, right? So there's all that. Plus, he has Joe Burrow on his football team. So somebody's getting a huge chunk of change already. Justin Jefferson, that's not part of the case, right? He's already played 4 years. He only had the 5th-year option, and he has no quarterback that's taking $55 million a year. So Chase's situation, I'm going to be interested to see how they finagle that and work that out, especially with basically they having 2 more years of rights on him. And then the Tyreek Hill situation, right? I mean, Tyreek Hill, there is no way he's going to go down the way this is right now. I mean, first off, Jalen Waddle leapfrogged him this weekend. He's going to be like, what? Jalen Waddle's good, but you all know who the man is down here, everybody. We all do. He's the best player on the team, right? I mean, he's arguably been the most talked about, most explosive player in football, really, the last few years, right? Certainly the last few years in the Dolphins and what Mike McDaniel has used him like, right?
It doesn't work without him.
It doesn't work without him. Exactly right. And then I think you add on to the fact that, yeah, he's getting up there in age and he wants to get that one more payday. And he also is going, wait, I've kind of been better than Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase the last few years. They're going to have to figure something out there. Yeah. Now, whether that's just like a little extension or more money on top for a 2-year deal, something like that, something's going to be done. But, you know, as we discussed last week, Miami's got a few headaches to deal with when it comes to contracts.
All right, so the wide receiver market taking shape. CeeDee Lamb still needs to be paid out there. Amon-Ra St. Brown got paid by my Detroit Lions.
Brandon Ayuk and CeeDee Lamb are the 2 ones right now we look at to where that goes. Right. Now, I would think CeeDee Lamb is going to be somewhere in that Amon-Ra St. Brown type of money situation. That would be my guess, right? I don't think he's going to be able to command Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase money, but he'll be this next level just underneath it.
Is he okay with that?
I don't know. You're right. That's going to be interesting to see. Is he okay with that? And then the Ayuk situation, again, I don't know where that stands, where that is right now, but I don't think he's going to get quite that money. I don't imagine that. I don't. And from that, I don't think a deal gets done with Ayuk, and I think the Niners will probably ride it out this year and try to deal with it during the season or after the season's over. Yo, what's up? Thanks for watching, homies. You know it's the offseason, but there's no offseason with Chris Simms Unbuttoned. It's the NFL. It goes all year around, all right? So hit subscribe, please, to hear my thoughts on your favorite team, your favorite quarterback, and, hey, how this season might unfold as we get ready for the 2024 season. We got a better picture, clearer look now that the draft is over, free agency. We know who's playing quarterback for certain teams. So, again, thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. Check you out soon.